So is it true there's 4 of these?
Yeah, there
Joey,
is.
I don't
Oh,
want to
fuck.
talk about this. Joey, don't make me do this.
I mean, but we watched it,
Alright.
so we kind of have to talk about it.
Chuck, come on, intros in.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers, sisters, gender resistors, I am sorry for what you are about to listen to, which is the Comic Book Rundown presents Rundown Reviews. I don't know who brings it to you anymore. I don't know really anything of any actual
Wait.
substance.
Very realistically, the reason we are watching this is because of you, Chuck.
That is kind of true.
Okay.
This is me pointing at you, Chuck.
Kind of
Okay.
true. Only because they were on the list anyway. It was just a matter of when we got to them, and I kind of forgot about them. So,
Okay.
We watched the first Toxic Avenger because Chuck wanted to watch it. And now we're up to number
Avenger
3.
is good.
Debatably.
Well, after seeing these 2 and 3, I can agree with you, Chuck. The first Toxic Avenger is good.
The
Relatively.
first Avenger is good.
Relatively
So we
good,
watched Toxic Avenger 3, Citizen Toxie.
No, Toxie's
No,
the last.
before.
The last temptation,
the last
of Toxie.
temptation of Toxie. Yeah,
I'm like, if you watch Citizen Toxie, very interesting discussion.
No. It started auto playing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
After. So that brings up a good question. Hi, I'm Joe. That's Ron. That's Chuck.
Hey, everybody.
What did you guys watch this on?
I watched it on Amazon, but it went through something else that I had to watch. Yeah, I had to watch commercials with it.
Okay. Chuck,
I watched it on Peacock.
Yes, same. So commercials were in the beginning, and then no commercials throughout the whole movie, which is kind of nice.
3.5 minutes of commercials, and then I got to watch. So I got up and went to the bathroom.
That's fair.
Yeah,
it was kind of nice.
I was like, yeah, you can roll the commercials. I'm not going to pay. It's the same commercial for 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, you're not wrong there either.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Absolutely. So then again, this movie was the same movie as 2 because we had like half of the film of 2 in this movie. Literally.
Yeah. And parts of 1.
Well, a couple scenes from 1, yes, but they were actually taking scenes from 2, like the whole Apocalypse Incorporated scene when they're at the table talking. That was literally the scene from the second movie. Like, I don't know why. They added a few things at the end, but
I was happy to see that Spawn was still there.
Yeah, he survived
in an even smaller role.
Yeah.
So my takeaway from all this was like 2 things. One, I don't have any brain cells after watching this movie at all, because this was the weird thing is this wasn't even as bad as 2. Some of the jokes were okay.
See, I agree with Chuck. I think this was better than 2.
This was better than 2, but I found myself going after a lot of the scenes and stuff, repeatedly saying, "Oh, because it's satirical," which mainly everything. Like, but my issue is when you lean hard into very bad stereotypes. That was like what satirical humor was in the 80s. And that's what they were trying to do. And I
this is 89.
It's
almost over.
I feel like if I was to complain about this movie to somebody who was a big fan of it, they would just go, "You don't get it. You don't get it. It's satirical." And I think that person can be very wrong. I think that the person can be wrong and sit in their wrongness and still think that this movie's okay. It's fine, but god damn it, we've already
Chuck, you know
seen
what? I'm done. The movie is not fine, Chuck. You can't describe every movie as fine.
I didn't say perfectly fine. I said it was fine. This movie's fine. I get why people liked it. I get why if you liked the first one and this was like funny shitlordy humor of like this era out and you were a kid when you saw this, not even a kid. If you were like a teenager, a shitlord teenager, I'm starting to kind of understand a lot about my ex. Shout out to my ex, of like why she liked this series and why she liked trauma.
Because she was a shitlord teenager. Chuck, do we need to talk?
No, well, I think she was like emotionally, but she was very much older than me.
Okay.
But regardless of that, I don't think she'll ever hear this. It's fine. But we heard all the jokes already. So like my takeaway with a lot of sequels and why I don't like comedy sequels is like you have to do better than the last one, or at least attempt to do better than the last one.
Correct.
And a lot of times in like comedy sequels, it's the same fucking jokes over again.
Yeah.
This is now the third movie where we've watched the same damn jokes and they weren't good really the first time. So not only is this like not good because it's now the third time we've watched it, but like you're not even trying to be better. And anything that you are trying to be better at, when somebody calls you out on it, probably the response is going to be, well, we're being satirical. The joke is that it's a parody of itself at this point. Like I can hear those people saying like it's a parody of itself at this point. At this point, the joke is that we are literally reusing scenes from previous movies. The joke is that we are making fun of this movie within the movie and that we are setting up for the fourth one.
Yeah, which they do say that a few different times. I think at one point, the girlfriend's name?
Claire.
I remember. Is it Claire? Yeah. She even says like, remember in the first movie, scene 9, whatever. Like,
yeah.
Okay, why?
And then what she even makes was with them having her season 4 Red Eagle throughout this whole movie?
The whole entire movie. The whole movie.
Because it's a reason to get people to talk. Like they weren't doing it back then like they are. Like we've seen that a billion times. And also this didn't like the joke didn't land. There was no joke to it. They were just doing it for the sake of doing it. I guess that's what it felt like.
Sure.
Anyway.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was even that one part where they were doing like the flashback sequence, and like every like third picture was her crotch just spread eagle. Like, I don't understand.
I guess that's the joke. This movie has a bunch of jokes that you think setting like they're setting up for something to pay off later, and they don't. Like, I think the thing is like I was expecting the spread eagle thing to be a running joke that eventually pays off at the end. I don't know how. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was expecting it to pay off somehow. I don't know. Maybe a demon shoots out her. I who knows?
Maybe
but,
she actually had a dick the whole time.
Yeah, something stupid like that, or she gives birth to Toxie's baby. I don't know.
Maybe she has to have it spread open because all of Toxie's cum. Because when she does have the bedpan, it's all like. The pee is all like green and stuff. Maybe it's so acidic in there that it needs breathing room.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Know. Like
something stupid. Like, yeah. I mean, you're applying a logic to an illogical situation. But
that's the kind of thing that somebody like you were describing would say, like, "Oh yeah, it's because she's having sex with Toxic Avenger all the time, and he's shooting toxic cum in her. So of course she has to have her legs open constantly." Like that makes no sense.
No.
It's like the fact that he is a toxic person and not just toxic in a bad way. He literally be killed. Yeah, literal toxic person.
Yeah.
Anytime he has sex with her would be killing her, right?
And he never takes off his lederhosen, so you know.
I was very confused on how they actually have sex.
I don't think they know just a lot of dry humping.
Like, is he? Are they dry humping or? Is he like Daffy Ducking it the whole time?
She goes down on him later on in the show.
With his pants on.
Well, they're under the covers. So we don't know. She may have pulled the pants down.
If we could real quick,
maybe it's an over the pantsy, you know? Like
I mean,
head over to YouTube, to our YouTube channel, and in the comments, write what shirt you think Joey's wearing, and we will reveal it at the end. Because I have my suspicions, but I haven't seen enough of it to
not
guess.
Gonna stand up just yet.
I have seen this shirt, so I'm out.
That's true.
Okay,
but go ahead, head over there. Do that.
Speaking of shirts, however,
link in the thing.
So Joey sent me a
I sent it both of
screenshot.
you. Yes.
Oh, yes. Uh-huh.
We got a cease and desist from Disney for
Yes.
Rogan the Hutt,
Uh-huh.
Now,
who, as far as I am aware, has never ever once been in a Disney movie
no. So
or
I
an intellectual property of Disney.
explained it to Chuck. I think because it asked for a tag, and I put Star Wars as a tag, and so then if whoever is following those tags sees a Hutt creature, I think that's why I got taken down. Now, mind you, I went back, I re-uploaded it, changed the name a little bit, and changed the tags. So the shirt is back there on TeePublic. If you guys are interested in finding it.
If you didn't name it Rogan D's Nuts, I'm gonna be so upset with you.
So, anyways, just gotta go rename
I'm gonna
her
redo
shirt.
that. Hold on.
But
You guys
so
keep talking.
so officially part of my art has been cease and desisted
I was
by
gonna say,
Disney.
is this like checking like a
It is.
lifetime goal
Yeah,
for you?
It actually
This
is.
is by
That's
Disney.
kinda cool.
Getting ceased and desisted by Disney for a piece of art has been on my bucket list since I found out they were doing it to people.
And arguably the best joke we've ever come up with of Rogan the Hutt, and it got flagged. And God bless y'all. Go buy the shirt. You deserve. Treat yourself. You deserve it. Head over to Redbubble or TeePublic, specifically TeePublic. I think we said
They got the better shirts, yeah.
Yeah, they got the better shirts. It's better quality. It's a better shirt. Or you can head over patreon.com/professional casual. If you signed up at that 301 tier for one whole year and then you send us a screenshot of you signed up for it, you will get one of those shirts. The first 5 people. So far, nobody's done it. Why? Why? Because you're a loser? I guess so. I guess you're a big loser who doesn't want a shirt and to directly help support this show. Ron, I gotta ask you specifically. Do you feel like Toxic Avenger collectively as a story tells a good like arc of a hero?
Well, Chuck, no.
All right.
Very realistically.
So like I'm trying to think of all the literary heroes, right? Like all of the story arcs. There's like the tragic and the modern and the romantic and the chivalric. And what is he? What is his like classification of hero?
So
He's
that's
New
tough.
Jersey's first superhero, I guess.
Yeah.
First off, he's also not New Jersey's first superhero.
According to them, they are. He is.
But I mean, didn't like Falcon come from New Jersey? Wasn't that like Falcon's whole thing?
Yeah,
Was he
Harlan.
from Harlem? I thought he was from Jersey. There's definitely
No.
somebody from Jersey. Before
that dude named Mike that does the sandwiches, I think.
Yo, I actually had that for dinner. I'm a sucker for a good grinder, and Jersey Mike's makes a really solid original Italian.
I love Jersey Mike's, man.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for it. I mean, like, it's not the best sub I've ever had, and there's better in town, but time of recording, it's a Sunday, and the place that I usually get subs is not open, so Jersey Mike's not terrible. Love the juice. You gotta get Mike's juice, man. It's good stuff. Ron, have you ever seen this movie?
This is my first time watching this one.
This is your first time. Joey, your first time watching it?
First time.
So I realized halfway through that I've seen this movie before.
Are you sure it just wasn't thinking you saw the second one because half the scenes were the second one?
So no, because it's the only scene in this movie that isn't a repeat. The part where the devil / chairman CEO guy, whatever he's supposed to be.
The Wish Tim Curry.
Yes, literally Wish Tim Curry. It's
Nice.
Timu. Come on, it's 2024.
Oh yeah, that's right, Timu.
Yeah.
The Timuery.
It's when he like trying to like he puts the bus on the cliff.
The cliff, yeah.
The rewind.
Yeah. And I
We did get
realized
ragdoll though.
he does ragdoll
few different
all the
ones.
way up that cliff, which made absolutely no sense.
Which was a rewind, which was great.
I realized at that point I've watched this before on television, and it was on G4. And
that makes sense.
yeah,
Actually.
so like they aired it originally, but they blurred any of the like the nudity out, and I believe they did it was like a Labor Day marathon where they ran all of them.
Well, can I remember Attack of the Show having trauma? Is it Lloyd Kaufman? Is that the trauma guy? He had him on a few different times. So like they were friends with Lloyd, and so
I believe he did something for them. They made a movie together.
So? Yeah. So showing the trauma films makes sense on G4. Back when G4 was actually good.
Is it even anything anymore?
Oh no, it came back for like a year.
Oh, that's right. It was on Twitch or whatever.
And then it died again. Like it's completely gone now.
That's because nobody. I mean, they had like Kevin. What's his name? Kevin
Pereira.
Yeah, they had Kevin Pereira come back, and they had
I think
the X-Play guy.
Yeah,
I can't think of his name.
Adam something. He came back, and then the whole new crew. I feel like Morgan came back too in some sort of role.
He came back for like the inaugural episodes.
Yeah, though they all did.
Yeah.
They all did. Olivia Munn came back, which she was the whole reason why I watched Attack of the Show back in the day.
Yeah, she was really good. She was really funny on that.
Yeah, she really was. And she's kind of the reason why I watched some of like the movies that she's been in.
Yeah.
Hasn't been great, but I've watched them.
But like they weren't ever able to get a TV deal. They were just trying to make enough content to stay on Twitch. And like the internet's fucking shitty. You know, like the internet's shitty, and the women specifically had to deal with a lot of bullshit when they were doing the relaunch and everything. And like I remember at one point they took like an hour to like address it. They're like, we see the fucking comments. Like, treat us like with respect. We are knowledgeable people and we know what we're doing. And you just writing these heinous comments to us like doesn't fix the problem of what, you know, all these issues. It was weird, but
well, it also didn't help that they didn't really have a lot of content either. Like they had Attack of the Show and they had X-Play back, but that wasn't holding, you know, the network together. And they tried a couple other things. I think they had like a D&D.
They did a live
play of stuff for a while, and a couple other things that I watched. I was trying to watch it. I was trying to give it the views, but
it was rough.
I think I remember at the very end, because like I said, it was on cable. At the very end, they just kept showing old like skits and old clips of previous shows, and I'm basically that last week, and then like, all right, sayonara. Then it was gone, which sucked.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
but it's hard when you don't have stuff already pre-recorded. You know what I mean? Like the thing that made G4 so fucking cool was they had the original Ninja Warrior, which was like 20 years old at the time.
Mm-hmm.
They had Brainiac. That was a UK show that they just got the rights to. Like there was a lot of stuff that kept that show really going. And
they had a couple of original stuff. I remember Code Monkeys, which was amazing. I love that show. It's a 8-bit cartoon.
It was an 8-bit.
Yeah, 8-bit cartoon, which they got 2 seasons. It was fun. Good. I loved it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Even the original one had a show. I don't know if you guys remember. It was called Portal. So this was like way back, and like it was like an episodic show, but they were using MMORPGs to like shoot all of the like action and stuff. Like he essentially was like jumping through all the games. And like he would talk to like the other people. It was really, if you guys can find there's a really good documentary about the show specifically, and how it was all written. It was pretty much just like a small crew writing it and stuff, and it was really good. So go check that out. It was really good.
Yeah, I have no idea what you guys are talking about at all. So
well, because we don't want to talk about this movie because it's stupid.
That's fair. That dude. Okay, so what the hell is it with this month and movies dropping the F-bomb?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I wasn't surprised in this. I don't know why I was surprised in Predator necessarily, because once again, I would like to say Jesse did get a pass as part of the community. He gets one, so if he does it again,
I didn't know Jesse was gay.
No, as honorary part of the council, I'm giving him a pass.
Oh, gotcha.
He is, as we say, invited to the soiree. Okay, like
Gotcha.
Yeah, you have to allow the conspiracy nut in.
But there was a lot of anti-gay stuff in this movie.
There was a lot.
A lot of it.
Ron, it was satirical.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Ron, it's satirical.
Also, the late 80s, so
yeah, it was like a. I mean, the stereotype, like Jewish guys in the beginning, was like painful. Yeah.
Did they change the Toxic Avenger's voice in this one again?
No, same voice.
Oh, because it sounded super off to me.
They changed the guy who played Melvin, though.
Yes.
Yeah, well, yeah, I saw that. That was hideous.
He was offered the chance to come back, but
he didn't want. He wanted nothing to do with this.
Well, according to IMDb, it was because of pay issues. Now, I'm sure it's probably that could. There was that one documentary you said you watched after.
The documentary. It's on Amazon, and I, for the life of me, can't remember what it's called now. But like, he just disappears after this. Yeah, like he wants nothing to do with Toxic Avenger. He just kind of goes into hiding for a long time, and then, like in like 2015, I think somewhere around there, he starts coming back and actually doing conventions around it and stuff. But yeah, like he hated this and just didn't want to do it anymore. And he one movie, it was like, it was weird.
That sucks. Yeah,
I could have done without Claire singing in this movie. Also,
was she actually singing
and playing the accordion? Right. Yeah.
So that's what I was gonna say. You had mentioned you thought the voice was different. If you recall, when we did the second one, I think I had said that they had shot both of these back to back, so it would have been the same guy.
Gotcha.
And that makes more sense when you look at the background characters, and all of them are literally the same characters in the same outfits.
Yeah. Also, there were a couple spots in the movie where they had like this really weird, like it almost sounded like somebody was up against the microphone blowing in it. They just left into like the noise. It was like, but it was like a whole part of the movie that you couldn't even like, whatever the hell was going on. It sounded so messed up.
I think I remember that part. I think I remember hearing that part.
Oh yeah, the audio issues. Yeah, they just opted to not take it out. I'm sure it was like like a problem. They didn't mean to do it, but they were just like, we're not editing this. Yeah. Like we're not gonna do anything. You know how probably difficult that would have been in like the 80s. It's hard to do now in 2024. That's why all the booms are heard all the time, because nobody's gonna go in and take that out digitally. And
I mean,
have to do it like that. It's insane.
You have to understand the budget of this movie was only $2 million, so they can only offer the guy 30. I got to crack it down. I laughed.
That was one of the good jokes. That was good jokes.
Oh man,
the fact that they got $2 million to make this,
but it was $2 million for both movies. Remember that?
Yeah,
true. That's true.
So that's why they did.
I did
2 movies at the same time.
It did feel like Toxic Avenger's face was better in this one than in the second one. But it
did change, that's for certain. Like it was not the same one as the first or second movie.
It looked different. I don't know, but there's a part of me that wonders if it broke. You know what I mean? Like they just like ruined it, and they had a bunch of extra backups.
Probably
they filmed that scene where he melts last. Yeah. So like you see him like doing, or maybe they filmed that first, and you see him like poking his face, and that's probably why it got changed throughout the movie.
Yeah,
because it actually got ruined.
Could have been.
Yeah,
especially since the next Toxie 4 doesn't come out for until 2002. So
holy shit!
It's later. It's like a decade later.
Oh no!
So there's the scene when they're playing the video game, right? And the dude walks over there and is like, 5 levels of doom. It kicks. I don't know why, but that was fucking hilarious.
You know what's weird?
The dude just like, it kicks.
It kicks is like, that's like a slang like that my I don't know, 16-year-old niece says. Or second cousin, I guess she is. Second cousin. And I was like, when I heard it in this movie, I was like, holy shit, there it is. We've come full circle. Like all the slang from
It-
the 80s is now popular again, and they think that they came up with it, but it's actually just all this old shit.
I've never heard it kicks. That's new to me.
Well, they are also British, so like they got that too. I get that British slang over here once in a while.
Do they call you a cunt also?
Them specifically, no. Other people have a lot, but
So can we talk about how Toxie didn't recognize the chairman at all from the first movie or second movie?
Yeah,
Like
I get it that he's dumb. Like,
but he can't be that. Like he's hammering in these signs that says condemned building.
yeah, exactly. Like the guys are obviously evil, and Toxie is just. But also, I mean, he was saving up $357,000 to make his girlfriend not blind anymore. So
But he didn't
know.
save up for that. That was literally the amount of money the chairman gave to him on the
Oh,
signing.
that's right.
bonus. He
Yeah,
didn't have to save up for anything.
yeah.
it's so
Also, why was there a blind church?
That blind church was in the first movie or second movie.
yeah, the
Was
blind
it?
church.
I
Yeah, that's a
thought it got blown
reoccurring,
up.
Yeah, I
air
thought that was-
quotes reoccurring joke.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if you recall, like the church was full of blind people, and then the like old folks home or something was also full of a bunch of blind people.
I thought
Yeah.
that was just a blind person sanctuary.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a bird sanctuary, except
And of course, they lean into like the black church stereotype because they're all blind, which I thought was like weird. Like it was almost like I wondered if they were trying to parody Blues Brothers. Like
Ah.
when like in the Blues Brothers when they're in the church.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's my only thought. I couldn't figure it out. I just thought it was. I did enjoy the two blind guys who kept bumping into each other. That was a nice little reoccurring joke. I did like that. The payoff wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, but it was fine.
So when Claire does finally get her sight back after the operation, she opens her eyes and sees the doctor and screams.
Yeah.
And then sees Toxie and is like, "Oh, this is exactly what I thought."
She should know that he's hideous. She touches his face.
Right, but it reminded me, like, so that joke is, I mean, it's an obvious joke. I will say that it was done better in Futurama, where Zoidberg does an operation on his girlfriend to give her a better, like a nose, because she can't smell. And as soon as she smells like flowers, she thinks they're disgusting. And then she smells him and is like in love with him again. So the joke was just translated better in 2000 something. I don't know.
sure.
Have you watched the new season yet?
I have. So far,
Is it
so good.
good? Okay. All right.
So-
Let me check it out.
Did you guys notice that they had a lot of scenes in this movie, like every scene where they just kept going on and on with the same thing, like where they could have stopped with it, like after the first 30 seconds of it, but it was just like a continuous, like every scene had to be like super long and never ending, like.
That's the running joke of all three
Right.
movies.
But they could have made this into one movie and saved us, 2 movies. Like it could have been 3 movies instead of 4 movies by cutting out all the continuously seeing Claire screaming and his mom screaming and the tiny Melvin running around. Like, oh, and also whoever decided that screaming kids should be a soundbite for this movie that is continuously played, I hope that their dick falls off.
But Ron, it's satirical.
And then you're into everything.
It was satanical, okay?
There you go. Yeah, no, it wasn't great. There was one scene. So it was right after Toxie agrees to sign on for Apocalypse Inc. And you've got the one girl, she is being like escorted down like a hill by a guy in a suit. And then there's a blind guy talking to somebody else. And then the blind guy gets like taken away. Like that scene is happening. About 5 minutes later, that scene happens again in the background because in the foreground is Toxie cutting the ribbon for something. And I'm just like, what the hell are they doing?
Yep.
They just shoot it all at once.
Yeah.
I think they just zoomed in.
We've got 3 cameras, guys. We need to be using them all at once. We don't want to waste any of these extras and have to pay them for another day.
Yeah, not wrong.
Toxie trying to commit suicide was pretty funny.
I did
When the
enjoy
motorcycles,
that.
yeah, like that was kind of humorous. But did you notice that, like, for the couple scenes after that, like his actual like mask was paler than it was before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Claire was paler like throughout.
Maybe it's just
the
bad
movie.
lighting.
Maybe.
In this
Although,
movie,
okay,
unheard
one
of.
good thing that is going to come out of this movie though is my friend Lee watched it with me, and she's like, "I'm going as Claire for Halloween." So, like, I mean, you think about the way her costume or her outfit is. That's not a bad thing.
Okay, but are you going as? Is somebody going as Toxic Avenger? So we get the joke.
I mean, probably not.
Go with Melvin.
Absolutely
Oh,
not.
you could so be Melvin, dude.
Listen, I'm a bit big for Melvin.
No, he was tall.
No, he wasn't.
That's not what he's talking about.
Welcome to the conversation, Chuck.
Big penis. Got it. Okay.
I mean, it's not quite the classic that the mother-in-law jokes were in this one, but
That's yeah.
like, yeah, okay. So many of the jokes were so terrible.
They were
Like, just I keep
Offensive.
coming back to
They were
it, but yes,
offensive, but not
highly
funny.
offensive.
Yeah. They were offensive and they weren't funny because we had already heard all of them. Like
Yeah.
they just recycled all of the jokes.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, if they would have like not stuck with being the we're a satire of the satire that we made of satires, this movie probably would have been a little bit better. Because like some of the stuff, like when she's walking around trying to find shit when she's blind and she's like, "This smells important," that was funny.
But again, when she said that smells important, across the top says Apocalypse Incorporated.
Yeah,
he literally just kicked them out the last movie. Like, whatever.
And then like when he's there and he's like, "Oh, all of my coworkers are beating my friend senseless," like that was funny, right?
I do want to use that at work.
Him
slowly turning into a bad version of Donald Trump was or today's version of Donald Trump. I don't know.
The same difference.
Exactly.
But like, or when he pisses on the devil, that was fucking hilarious. Like,
which again, isn't his everything like toxic? Wouldn't that actually make the devil burn more?
Not necessarily.
It's the devil.
Just because it's toxic doesn't mean it's flammable.
Okay, fair enough.
Did you see anything in the research, Joey, that the devil suit was used for anything else?
Okay, so no. However, speaking of devil suit, so Rick Collins, who was the chairman who played the devil, said that during production, 3 child extras were scared of him in the devil makeup. When he convinced the first 2 children that it was only makeup, and even offered for them to feel it, they did and were no longer scared. However, when the 3rd child tried to feel it, he did the devil scream, and since then he has admitted he felt bad about doing it.
That's fucked, dude.
That's hilarious.
That's messed up. Why would you do that to a kid, man? That's really funny.
I mean, early trauma. Teach them young.
No, it's trauma. Early trauma.
Early trauma. Yeah.
That kid's been traumatized. Fuck them kids. It's it's enjoyable.
Yeah, because there really wasn't any stuff on IMDb. That what I just said. It also talks about how half the footage is from the second movie. Mark Troggle, the original Melvin, didn't want to come back or didn't return. One scene was filmed inside an actual video store instead of a set. So I don't know if that very beginning scene was.
Can you imagine if they were like, "Hey, can we shoot in here?" and everybody's excited about it, and then they just fucking trash it and don't clean it up? God. Oh, that would fucking hilarious.
That's where half the budget went to.
Do you think that the satirical joke is, I can't believe they paid us $2 million to make these movies?
Yes,
Yes,
100%.
yes.
Yeah, because that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Okay, so Chuck, because
Yeah.
I know you're a big, huge fan. After I got
Yeah.
done watching this, I watched the first episode of Toxic Crusaders.
Oh, I fucking love Toxic Crusaders.
Oh, holy shit.
Dude, it's so good.
Dude, okay, as a kid, I don't think I would have appreciated it as much as an adult.
I definitely
It's-
watched it as a kid, though. I can remember watching it.
I remember watching
But
it as
like
a
the
kid
whole
and
setup,
thinking
like, where
it's
the-
good. Yeah.
where the bad guy, like the bad guy's henchman's like, you wanted me to send this radioactive waste to Tromaville, but I feel like it's going to be a bad idea. And he's like, why is it a bad idea? And he's like, oh, some hapless nerd is going to fall into it and become a hideously deformed creature of superhuman size and strength.
It is
Which, speaking
very
of,
much written for adults. It's very
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
but they say that. Okay, so that episode is like 29 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's
They say
probably like
hideous-
24 because it was a TV show.
Sure. Well, no, it was 29 without the commercials. Like,
Yeah.
on
It
the
was
thing.
the first episode was like an extended episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they say hideously deformed creature of superhuman size and strength 12 times in that 29-minute episode. We get it. What'd you say, Joey? 5
We get
times
it-
in this movie?
We get it 5.5 times during this movie because they said like half the line at some point toward the end of the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Is it?
It was something.
no, I'm sorry, Toxic Crusaders, not that.
Oh, sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I fucking love it.
Okay. I very
Did you
rarely-
watch it on Amazon for free? It's on
Yeah.
for free, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Please,
I mean,
go.
I may
go and
watch more of it because
It's so good.
it was terrible, but it was good.
Only got one season, right?
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
only like
Okay.
15 episodes or something.
I felt like the jokes were like Freakazoid level good.
Yeah.
Like they're
Interesting.
very
Okay.
inside baseball-y, and also they like weirdly do take a really strong stance on like environmentalism and stuff. Like it's
Lee was
it's a good
Better
show
Captain
for
Planet.
kids.
Well, Lee asked if we got a crossover with Captain Planet in this, and I'm like, I don't think so.
No.
I feel like Captain Planet
Yo,
would
Captain
destroy
Planet
But-
IP is
Huh?
yeah.
because he's toxic.
So our next shirt should be what? Captain Planet fighting Toxic Crusader?
Ooh.
Yeah, it's them fighting and go, why are we fighting? Aren't we doing the same thing?
That's a
'Cause,
good
like,
one. All right.
Well, in the Captain Planet had Captain Pollution, who was the evil version
That's
of
true.
him, where he was orange. But the Captain Planet IP is under such lockdown by the Captain Planet Foundation that they will never let that let it go. Like they're so protective of it, they don't let anybody make anything like merchandise or anything.
So what you're saying is I might get my second season to
You might get your second strike, which is personally, if you can get it by the Captain Planet Foundation, hell yeah.
What if I maybe I'll just make him different colors?
Yeah, I
Just-
think that's how it works.
Well, I mean, I just
Watch
won't
me,
name him Captain
Watch
Planet.
me Troma, the one that slams us.
Okay,
like, really?
that might actually be
Really?
better than Disney, realistically.
I mean, Lord Kaufman is still alive. So in theory, he could.
Dude, there's crazy
My response
Toxic
to that
Avenger
would be,
Toxic
"Come
Crusader
fight me."
merchandise. Like Super 7 just released a bunch of action figures. Like, so like the IP sells. I have Toxic Crusader on my wall, and Toxic Crusader and Toxic Avenger right next to him on my wall, and I have the Super 7 figure, the Ultimates one, which is the Super Articulation, which he glows in the dark. It's the
Does his
Super
mop?
one.
Did he come with the mop?
Yeah, because a mop with the American flag on it.
Nice.
Yeah, and
Fun.
he glows in the dark. He's pretty pinned back there. Otherwise, I'd pull him out. God, I love Toxic Crusader. Not this movie. This is all.
No, Crusader.
You,
He's a Toxic Crusader.
Yeah,
You you hate this movie as much as the townfolk hate Skinny Melvin.
yeah. I love how he changes back, and even his like girlfriend who loves, like, I know that's
His
the
mom
joke.
isn't even like,
Yeah, his
"Oh,
mom
my
just
boy."
fucking making fun of him the whole time. Like the dude can't
Well,
win,
okay.
man.
But very realistically, like his mom all throughout like this one, she was riding off of his coattails, like for popularity, and then when he became
Yeah.
unpopular, it like broke her heart and killed her because she couldn't talk to everybody in town about her kid's amazing.
Yeah, she was gonna. He got paid. What was the amount?
357,000,
That's what it was.
and she wanted a microwave.
Yeah, that's what it was. She wanted a microwave. Were microwaves just becoming like mainstream at that point?
In '89,
I feel like they've been around for a while because I feel like the microwave that my grandpa had up until the last couple of years was from like 1970 something.
Yeah, they were like the 70s.
Because I think like the 50s is when microwaves originally came out. I can't look it up because I'm on my phone.
I'm
looking it up.
Oh, now it's a race to see who gets to look it up first.
Oh, I'm looking up something else.
Microwave, compact cavity magnetron, tube. The device that emits microwaves was first invented at Birmingham University in England in 1940. So I feel
when did they become commercially available, though?
Yes. I don't know.
How much money did he get? 300 and what?
357,000.
57,000. What kind of fucking number is that?
The first patent was filed in 1945 for the microwave that we know today.
Okay. So I put it into the inflation calculator of what that would be in 2024. That would be $904,519.96. The cumulative inflation of 153.4%. So, not unreasonable amount of money. Almost a mil.
I mean,
close to a mil.
That's life-changing money right there, dude.
True.
For some of us. Some of us play Warhammer on. You know what I mean? Like, not that big of a change.
So I brought it up earlier. I really did. I thought Toxie melting. I thought that looked kind of cool.
Yeah, it looked all right.
Yeah.
I thought
practical. I thought it looked really good.
The scene took way too fucking long, but I
thought I mentioned that earlier that all their scenes took way too long. But
the devil when he transforms into his full complete final form,
that was another one
like Frieza. I thought it looked okay, minus the arm just sticking out of his stomach.
Why was he constantly covered in fucking jizz?
I did kind of laugh.
Why at that with movies that we're watching where things are spitting out cum everywhere?
You know what? The 70s and 80s were obsessed with jizz monsters.
You know what? And they probably because like both those movies came out after this one, technically. But this would have been shot when?
No, this was 89. So
this is 89. We are now going in chronological order.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
So
they would have seen the first Alien.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So it's satirical. It's all satirical. Is my point. Them spitting cum is satirical to Alien. I mean, the devil coming out of his chest, like,
which that I guess kind of surprised me. I just figured he would like transform into the devil, not do a jig on the ground, and then get ripped out of the chest.
Well, he did go down to Georgia. You know what I mean? Like, fuck Johnny. That dude's a piece of shit. You ever think about that song? The devil went down to Georgia? Johnny's a fucking asshole. All right. The devil is down on his luck. The dude is just like behind on his quota. He's just trying to put food on the table for his family. And Johnny, who fucking cheats, mind you, all right, doesn't play nearly as good. So I'd like to see the judges' scores. And then he's just like, yo, devil, if you ever want to fucking lose again, come find me, you bitch. It's like, you didn't... The devil, like, objectively played better. Fuck you. Johnny? Fucking
But
asshole.
the devil had a whole band of demons with him.
That's what made it better.
I got nothing. All I can think of is Jamaica.
Here's something I need you to look up, though, Chuck. See how much a solid gold fiddle would weigh to see how much gold he got to see how much that would be worth now, because that song was made, what, like 1976 or something?
Okay, hold please.
So while Chuck's doing that,
one of my last notes is so God made Melvin back into the Toxic Avenger. I really thought he wasn't going to give Claire her sight back. And I was just like, what the hell, dude? That's some shitty God powers there.
See, I thought that he, instead of turning him into the Toxic Avenger, he was just going to make Melvin look like a normal person.
Nah, it's too much. Too easy.
I know.
So the average fiddle weighs about 1.3, approximately 1/25 cubic feet of dried sprue. So a total, if it was gold, would be about a bit over 48 pounds. A gold fiddle would weigh about around 30 pounds because gold is 35 times denser than wood. The violin typically weighs about 400 grams. At a price of $42 per gram, a gold fiddle would be worth $588,000.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
So the strings made out of gold too?
I believe the entire thing, including the rod.
Yeah.
Okay.
The bow.
Well, yeah, that all makes okay. I just didn't know if the strings would
The
be
bow. Yeah.
But
that's why it sounds so cool, Joey.
That's fair.
When he plays.
Okay.
All right. So Joey, kill count.
Got kill count of 8. And
wait, what?
Yeah, 8. That's it. And one lost limb.
There was a lot of talking in this movie and not a lot of disemboweling like in the second one.
I'm trying to think. I gotta go back a little bit, but for the second one, we had like 29 kills.
So, Toxic Avenger tearing apart an entire town, a whole corporation, taking on the devil himself, had not even a 10th of the deaths of Batman.
Correct.
Yep.
Now, if you combine it with the second movie, because both movies were made, together, we have a total of 37,
which is still not half as many kills.
Still not half as Batman.
Okay, but if that was the case, then like the Lord of the Rings would be like what 19 kills total?
No. It'd be all one movie, all 12 hours long.
Right, but the elephant only counts as one kill, Joey. That was the whole point.
But still only counts as one kill. Yeah. Anyway.
Why are you Sean Connery?
I don't know.
Kimmy Gimli played as Sean Connery.
Let me make another note.
Write it down. Write down as a shirt.
Sean Connery's dead, so we can
have my axe. How come they never did the joke? Like, I realize it's Lord of the Rings and it's not jokey, but the fact that he never like whacked an orcai in the head and then go, "You have my axe," and then like take it out of his skull, I feel like it's like a missed opportunity for a good joke there.
I don't know.
There's another shirt.
There's another shirt.
Oh God. All right. So
that's how you make your money, Joe. Just pump up the shirts, man.
Yeah, nobody's buying them though. We're the ones buying them, so I'm not really making any money.
You got to keep them there, so then somebody randomly finds it, and then
That's
gets
true.
That's
true.
Got to post it on the threads, man. Got to post it on the threads.
I might actually
throw it up in the Discord.
That's true.
Yeah,
no.
I mean, I have literally not looked at the Discord in like.
Are you even a member on the Discord anymore?
Me?
Yeah.
They never took it away after I quit paying for the Patreon, but I don't know.
It automatically deletes you.
No, it doesn't, because I hadn't paid for it. I was still a part of it, and I hadn't paid for it for like 8 months.
They finally did, because I tried to tag you in it the other day, and in something, and I couldn't tag you anymore.
Gotcha.
Can you?
So
are you only looking in the comic book rundown one?
I haven't looked at anything on it.
No, I'm saying you might only have access to the comic book rundown.
Oh,
yeah.
That's possible.
The last thing posted in the comic book rundown was by Pony on May 11th. So it's been a few months.
We need to go over that.
Shout out to Pony, our one true fan that doesn't even like our show.
Yeah,
that's true. Right? Doesn't even actually listen. That's how you know they're real. I told you, that's how you know you're real fans. Same logic applies to Elite Eight Showdown. The true fans don't listen to the show.
That's fair.
Yeah, none of us listen to the show, Chuck.
Yeah, because they haven't come out yet. Ron.
Take it up with your boss.
Yep. Bingo.
All right, so we had villain monologue, government interference, comic book logic, betrayal by a friend, origin flashback, reformed bad guy because I consider Toxie becoming a bad guy and then reforming himself.
Sure.
Product placement, talking tropes, sexual innuendos, hero kills, nudity, cameo, and breaking the fourth wall. And the two cameos that we had, Donald Trump on his book.
Yep.
And the Twin Towers.
That counts.
Don't worry, they won't be cameoing much longer.
Oh.
Too soon? No, okay. Spawn Cave Continuum.
Oh man, this looks like shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it purposely looked like shit.
Yeah,
there was parts where I thought they were using footage of other movies. Like again, the scene with the devil trying to do like the bus on the cliff and a couple of the other ones. Legit thought it was like Super Sentai footage that they were just splicing in.
You mentioned Super Sentai. I got something to talk about later.
Oh, sweet. So I really did legitimately think that was what it was. I to this day, I'm still not totally convinced. I also definitely, last time I remember watching this, remember that bus being white and having a bunch of like other language, maybe Korean or something, right on the side of the bus. But maybe I'm just making that up. Maybe, you know what maybe I'm just making that part up in my brain, but I feel like that was definitely part of it. I'm gonna say like 4 out of like 927.
That's fair.
Like bad. Like not even, but it sucks because like you know that they were doing it on purpose.
It's all satirical. Yeah, it's all satire.
Yeah, it's all satirical. It's satirical to the big budget, action movies of the 80s.
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, that brings us to our score.
Nope. We had a boob count.
Okay.
There were 4 boobs in this movie.
Did you count Claire's?
Yeah.
Okay. Because like
hers when and then the painted girl that was in like the flashback of him signing the contract.
Because there was one part, was it when they first do it and she can see again? She's like trying to cover her boobs up the whole time, and I'm like, really? We're not going to get boobs this time?
So they have them covered up for a really long time, and then like there are like 3 different like little flash scenes that you actually see them in.
Well, she accidentally lets a nipple slip out during that scene where she's like trying to keep herself covered the whole time. So I figured you'd give us like a 0.25 on that. I wasn't totally sure, but
no, you end up seeing it. You end up seeing them anyway.
As we all know, one set's one boob. So
no, one boob is a boob. If you only see one boob, it's only a 1 count.
Right, but if you see the same pair of boobs, it's still
it's still only one pair of boobs. Yeah.
That's the older rule.
Yeah, it's the older Ron rule.
That's true. There it is.
Jesus Christ.
He's your mind, Joe.
I know.
All right, now we can do the score.
Let's go for the score.
All right, is this a Toxic Avenger movie? Yeah, in the worst way possible. It's a Toxic Avenger movie. This is not, as somebody who really did love the first one, as somebody who loves Toxic Crusader, this is not good. Like I said before, it's all the same jokes that have now run its course, and anything that you pick at, they're gonna just say we did this satirically. That's the joke. I don't think any of the jokes land. I have to like there's a part of me that wants to score this high because it's still Toxic Avenger, but it's not good. It's not as, but what did I give the second one? I ranked it low. I know that.
Hold on.
You gave the second one a 5.1.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. What was I thinking? Holy God. All right. So this one is better, but I still don't think it deserves to be scored that high. I'm gonna say a 5.2. It's a little bit better, but I'm gonna put it in the middle. This is what I'll say. If the fourth one is this bad, I will genuinely score it appropriately.
Okay. Okay.
But I
Right.
did like this. But if I'm going with your logic of I have to compare it to the other stuff I've watched,
No, that's fair. Yeah.
like I did technically like this better than that one. I just don't know what I was thinking when I gave that one off. I probably was trying to pad its score a little bit because I knew you two were going to nuke it off the face of the earth.
Yeah,
so.
because I definitely, when I got done watching this, I looked at my bottom half on my list, and I'm like, yeah, I would watch this over that. I'd watch this over that. So
Yeah.
keep all that in mind.
Yeah. If you say you'd watch Steel over this,
According to my list, yes.
Not a chance.
oh my god.
I gave the second
You
Toxic
at least got
Avenger
boobs in this one.
2.5, and I definitely think this was worse than the second one. So, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Ron, what do you got?
Ronald.
All right, so I actually liked this one better than the second one, and it was still not great, but I actually think I liked it better than either of the other two. I gave it a 2.75. I mean, mostly it got that score just because we got to see boobs.
Yeah, fair. That's it's a fair. I think it's a fair choice.
Yeah, I had to, so it
Good
got the
boobs.
extra score because we had boobs, and then of course I had to make it a better score than Toxic Avenger 2, and I think I gave that like a 2.1 or something like that. So,
Yeah, I would literally was just looking at it. Yeah, 2.1.
Joey, what did you give this one?
So, I liked a few things in this one. The budget joke really cracked up at that one. The ragdolling was kind of fun to see.
That was it.
Like I said, the melting was Toxie melting was kind of fun.
Yeah, it was cool.
And then I gave it a few points. Well, a couple of like point something because I realized when they go to Japan after Toxic Avenger rips off the devil's head and throws it in the air, and it lands on the bald Japanese guy, the announcer that is with him, I recognized him almost immediately, and I'm like, is that really? He is in a Super Sentai show called Resha Sentai Takager, where it's all about the trains. Chuck, we were talking about this.
Oh, the dick train?
He's the conductor on that show.
Yes! Dick Train Megazord! Ron, do you know the Dick Train Megazord?
Dude,
I don't.
Great.
Oh my god. So it's a Super Sentai, which is what Power Rangers is typically pulled from. They were definitely not going to use this so the whole theme is trains. Yeah. The whole theme is trains, and it's actually kind of cool because they can like trade their morphers off.
Dude, this season, so I listen to a podcast called Ranger Danger, and they are taking a break from Power Rangers because it's literally killing them, and they decided to watch Sentai, this Sentai season. And holy shit, is this, I'm watching it with every episode, and this show is fucking amazing.
It's really good. All the Super Sentai
it actually has a story plot, which Power Rangers never does.
Well,
so it makes a big deal.
Sentai was like kind of made for like teens and adults. It wasn't made for kids
and teens, really.
Yeah, okay, whatever. But
early were kids and teens.
Yeah. But regardless, this thing like the Megazord is a bunch of trains that come together, and then there's one like
it's like the fourth episode. The fourth episode, fourth or fifth episode. It was really early on. The red train, for some reason, decides to have like a giant dick out, and it just like it hits the monster out for. I don't remember why.
There's one. The one scene I saw was it gets like put in a sarcophagus or like a coffin, and it uses the dick to punch its way out.
Maybe that's
It's fucking rad. It's hilarious. Awesome. Yeah, Dick Train is awesome, man.
Hey,
I saw that and go, man, they are never bringing that one in.
Well, you only have to do one cock push-up.
Yeah, true.
That's true. Yeah.
So because of that, because the conductor is in this show, or this movie, I gave this a 2.25.
That's fair.
Which is still lower than what I gave the last one. Last one I gave a 2.5. Well, yeah. So that gives us a combined score of 3.4, which drops it in at Oh, number 93,
Yeah, that's fine.
just behind Blade Trinity, and just above Superman 3.
That sounds about right.
I would
Literally
watch
behind.
Blade Trinity before I watch this again.
Yeah, Blade Trinity was a 3.41.
Yeah.
So we would barely watch this just above this. That's great.
I would say the same amount of jokes landed. So it's a perfect spot to be in.
Accurate.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, you can find me at patreon.com/professional casual. Hit that 301 tier that directly helps support this show. And most importantly, you get access to the Discord. Hop in there, chat it up with other great, like-minded people who love D&D and miniature wargaming and NFL and hockey and sports and comics and video games. They're constantly looking for people to play games in there and stuff. So head on over. Patreon.com/professional casual. You can find me in that Discord in the it's anosphere, an anosphere. You can find me in all of the sections of the professional casual. Just ionosphere. That was
you can find Chuck in the anus of the professional casual. Gotcha.
That's accurate. Yeah, that's where I'm usually chilling. Do it. Directly support. Of course, also head over to, if you're not watching on YouTube, head over to the YouTube, give it a like, give it a subscribe, give it a notification button bell. Press.
So, Chuck, what shirt do you think I'm wearing?
Is it okay, so the more I looked at it, I think it's a Black Panther t-shirt, but my original thought was Power Rangers Zeo Gold.
Yep.
Is it really? Fuck yeah! Woohoo! Yeah, that's a good fucking shirt. All right. It looks super soft.
I can't remember where I got it from. Some jank website, or I'm not gonna lie. But I got this and a Lord Draken hoodie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It feels great. It's nice.
I bought two wrestling shirts that were like muscle shirts because it said that it was the comfort. I forget what the canvas comfort or something like that, which are like stupidly comfortable, like kind of stonewash shirts, and I love them. But when I got them, they're like the high performance like polyester shit, and I was real bummed out.
Like where it feels like you're wearing like a fucking like glove that you can't breathe out of and shit.
Yeah, it's like so fucking tight on me. Oh, I was so bummed out. But Ronald, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Good at This Game, and you can find my art on Instagram at Good Art This Game. Joey, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram and Threads at Comic Book Rundown. Email us comicbookrundown@gmail.com. Rate and review us on your podcast app of choice. If you do, we'll come.
Yeah, we will.
Fuck yeah, we will.
But you have to pay extra for that.
There you go. We will read it on the upcoming episode. Sorry, my bad.
It'd be like coming by the time we fucking got one. That's for sure. Anybody else's dick not work?
Yeah.
Yo, that's when we need a Blue Chew like sponsor right there, baby.
There you go.
Can you not leave a reward or a review?
Yeah.
BlueChew.com.
We've got merch over at Redbubble and TeePublic with merch coming periodically, and go to that merch before everything gets taken down.
Yeah, it literally is becoming limited edition at this point.
Yeah,
so get over there.
I really wish I would have got it before. I didn't buy it. I was trying to wait, but anyway, I'm
gonna have to go. I have so many shirts I gotta buy now.
Sadly I was unable to. I have to maybe look more, but I was unable to actually change the name.
Bummer.
Yeah, kind of sucks.
Rogan D's nuts. Yeah,
Rogan D's nuts. But yeah. So our song. Well, yeah, that's right. Our song was done by Cam, Dr. Father Cam.
Dr. Father Cam. Father Dr. Cam.
No, call him Doctor. No, that doesn't sound better. Never mind.
Yep.
When you say father, it sounds like he went into the wearing the cloth now, but
that's fair.
Yeah, that's what made it. I thought that's what we were trying to do. I mean, you could call him You could call him Daddy Doctor, Doctor Daddy.
Like I said, you can't make it sound good.
Anyway,
Joey, what's our next show?
Next movie that we're covering will be RoboCop 2 from.
Oh fuck yeah!
I think I've seen this one. I also don't remember.
I've seen this movie maybe twice in my life, and
I think I've seen it one time all the way through.
Yeah, I don't remember. So
I definitely had all the action figures from it. I remember that.
nice. I remember playing. I played the game, the game for Nintendo way back when, but that's about it.
Y'all remember? So real quick, because
RoboCop versus Terminator. Oh,
yeah, it was fucking awesome.
fuck yeah, it was.
But the cartoon show, RoboCop the cartoon show,
Mm-mm.
where they introduce a lady RoboCop. She's pink.
No, I don't remember that.
One season. It's very interesting. And there was a RoboCop live action TV show. It is currently streaming on Amazon.
Yeah, there was like 4 or 5 different movies.
I think it was like all
like an hour something long, hour and a half long, or something like that. Yeah, because I thought about throwing those onto the list, but I'm not sure yet.
Sure. And this is, when did RoboCop 2 come out? Sorry, real quick.
1998.
1990. Okay. So that would make sense. Yeah.
It
also famously was linked up with Capital Carnage, which was a WCW pay-per-view where RoboCop shows up to save Sting from a cage. Highly recommend looking it up. It is the most ridiculous fucking thing ever. But he shows up and rips the door off. So this is now the second movie where we've seen a Sting-inspired storyline based off of a movie.
Does he roll up in a cop car though?
No, he very, very stumbly tries to get down a ramp because he's in full RoboCop gear, and he faces Sid Vicious. He must have been Sid Vicious at that point. Sid Vicious and Ric Flair, because for whatever reason, Sid Vicious is in the Four Horsemen at that time. Highly recommend. Go check it out. Capital Carnage. It was fucking rad.
Okay.
Capital
and
Carnage?
On that note, thank you all for listening. We'll catch you next time.
Bye.
No Scooby-Doo?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
No, you said Scooby-Doo. Just shut it off.